G'day, Jono Brake here with Monday Myth Check, and today we're going to talk about successful people got there by hard work alone. Okay, so let's think about that for a second, and let's look at that. Let's put this under the Myth Check lens and ask the question, do successful people get there by hard work alone? I want to really challenge this one because at the end of the day, there's a couple of things going on here. There's very few people that I come across that are truly successful that have done it all by themselves. Now, they may claim some accolade, they may tell you about all the hard work they did, but often they won't tell you about the support network or the people that were behind that, the things that were going on in the background. And so I would challenge that behind every self-made story, there are mentors, there's collaborators, there's support systems. I work a lot in the startup field, for example, and you think, oh, there's just the entrepreneur who goes it alone and makes it work. But at the end of the day, they actually get there through ecosystems and through connecting to other businesses and through bringing other people around. In fact, it's not only they do that and it's smart, it's a really smart thing to do, because at the end of the day, you need these people to really come in and challenge the things that you can't do. One of my favorite books in that space is called What Got You Here Won't Get You There. And it's this idea that the skills and the things that you got that got you started, that got you going, the drive, the grit, the determination, there's a whole bunch in this. They've got you to a point, but they won't take you to that next level. And so you need more skill. You need to challenge yourself a little bit more. You need to bring other people around you who have the skills, the passions, the drive, and all the things that you don't have. And so let's have a look at some truths here. Let's have a look at some things that maybe are a bit of a challenge. So at the end of the day, success is a team effort. It always is. Okay, I never see someone who's just done it on their own and been wildly successful. Now, they may have led a great team. They may have been the feature person in that. We start to think of some famous names, Bezos, Zuckerberg, Gates, all these sorts of names. But at the end of the day, these guys have got thousands of people around them now, and they always had someone or some other people. And so most achievers also have coaches. They have mentors. They have strategic partners. They have all sorts of things going on. They might have good partnerships with vendors. They may have people that grow alongside them. The support systems really matter. This is the second thing in terms of the truth behind some of this. Emotional is a big one. I work a lot in the space of where people feel a bit lonely and don't know who to talk to next. And that's part of my coaching practice, is providing support to those people and just being a sounding board and listening to them and being there for them when they're really frustrated or really struggling or whatever it might be. But there's also educational support. There's those quiet background but very critical roles. One of the things for me is I always like to bring people around me who have a lot of tenacity. I don't get pleasure. In fact, I get frustrated by tying up all the loose ends. And so that's a problem for me. That's a problem if I just do this on my own. I can do it. It takes me twice as long as anybody else or anybody who is tenacious. And so I like to have those people around me who help me actually pull that off. The last one I want to look at is that opportunity plus effort will equal results, okay? And so that means being in the right place at the right time. That means you've got to understand the markets you're in, the opportunities that you're faced with, looking for areas that can help you grow, all those sorts of things. I say there's no such thing as luck, but there are opportunities. There are being in the right place at the right time. There are things that happen around us. And so being aware of what's going on around you, around your market, what are the opportunities there? What are the things that you could do? And then how do you get into that place and how do you put some effort in to actually make it work? It's not just hard work alone. It's also the opportunity as well. So what I want you to think about as an action item here is let's think about, what does your support network look like? Who are the people around you? And let's think about what you might be missing. So I want you to map that out. Look at all the people you've got in your network. And these could be friends, they could be vendors, they could be networks that you belong to, local chambers, startup ecosystems. It might be a peer network you have in your company or your corporation. Whoever it is, what do you have around you? Now, you may not be connecting in that space, but you probably need to. And so what does your support network look like? Because at the end of the day, you will not be truly successful if you try and do this on your own. And so that's our myth check today. That's our 3 ideas and an action. Look at your support network. What are you missing? What do you need to bring around you? You're welcome to reach out to me if you want to talk through that a little bit more. That's part of the services that I provide as a coach. But look at the other people around you and who can be a part of that. So, successful people don't just get there by going alone. I'm Jono Brake. This is Monday Myth Check. Enjoy the journey.
Well, g'day, it's Jono Brake here today, and I want to quickly talk to you about self-awareness in leadership and a DISC program that I'm launching. So one of the areas that I'm really well trained in, worked in for 15 to 20 years, is this assessment tool called DISC. And it basically helps you understand how people behave, how they interact with each other, how they connect, how they disconnect as well, how they can handle conflict, how they coach, how they guide, all these different things. But at the end of the day, it comes from this really important premise that the most important thing in a great leader is an understanding of their own space, their own disposition, their self-awareness. So this DISC workshop is designed to be a simple multi-video process where you can unpack DISC and you can look at it in terms of your own space. You'll do an assessment, so you'll know what your assessment is, and then you go through the videos and you can then book a 15 to 20 minute session with me at the end if you want to. But then also think about, okay, how does this apply to my team? And should we be doing this into your team? But this is where we're at today. I want you to think about coming and doing this DISC workshop with me. It's all online, so you can do it at your own pace, and then we can chat at the end. Hope you're enjoying the journey. I'm looking forward to seeing you on my DISC workshop.